sweet friends, so welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Rebecca, and today we are decorating our foyer, our entryway for Christmas. I shared with you in my first video that the theme that we have for this year is a North Pole Noel. And so today we are decorating the entrance to the North Pole. Essentially, it's going to be a bit of a winter wonderland decor, lots of white. I'm going to make use of the flocked trees that I already own. I really like these trees because they also come with like the base of the tree in a pot, so it's perfect because you don't have to even worry about like a tree skirt or anything like that. The first piece of decor that I want to share with you that we're going to be adding is this beautiful Thomas Kincaid Wonderland Express is what it's called. You can plug this in, it plays music, it moves. This is a gift. My father-in-law and his wife gave this to us for Christmas. Gosh, I think it was a couple years ago now, 2 years ago maybe. I was thinking of kind of the movie, The Polar Express, and thinking of like the train taking you to the North Pole. And so here's our train. I thought it was perfect, very fitting and appropriate to have like this train going through what looks like a snowy forest to get to the North Pole. I also want to redo the way this lantern looks. So the lantern behind me, we've had this lantern now, gosh, probably like 7 or 8 years maybe, and I'm ready to refresh it. I want to make it fit out here, a little less red, maybe a little more snowy in some way, or at least make it fit with our snowy flocked trees to look like you are coming in the front door into a winter forest. Also on the wall over here, I have our palm tree art. So that we need to do something about that and make that look a little bit more, I don't know, make it coordinate or at least not clash with our winter decor, because nothing is going to mess up the aesthetic of a winter wonderland quite like palm trees on a beach.
Now we're getting started with a couple snowy flock trees along with this lantern, which we got many years ago in Hobby Lobby, but this year we are going to freshen it up and give it a new look by removing the red ribbon and berries that are on here to make this fit better with our snowy green and white winter wonderland decor in the entryway here, and also using some wire cutters to remove the candle holder section in the center of this lantern, so that instead of putting a candle in here, we can actually add a fun Winter Village snow globe. I love that this snow globe has the option to turn it on with or without the music, and I feel like the snow globe brings the lantern to life and just makes it feel like a magical lamppost at the North Pole that we can peer into and see where in the world Santa is right now as he flies through the skies in his sleigh drawn by reindeer. It kind of reminds me of the magical lamppost in Narnia. I don't know, it felt kind of magical, and I just found the snow globe to be very captivating. I just love the magical touch that it adds to the lamppost, and I'm going to link it below as well in case you are looking for one also. Now, I decided to transform our canvas wall art pieces very easily and affordably to something better suited to our Christmas theme. So I love the palm tree art and the beach art on here, but it's not very conducive to a Christmas winter wonderland decor theme out here. So we're going to cover them. And I didn't actually think about this when I was in the store. I thought about it later, what I would do. And so I'm kind of just going to use what I have here. I had some wrapping paper. I found this beautiful green one with the trees on it in Home Goods, and it seemed pretty well suited to a winter forest. I was going to wrap them in ribbon with a bow and make them look like large gifts on the wall here, but honestly, I didn't have enough ribbon left, so I decided to just be creative with something I already had. And I used some packing tape here to attach a fanned out sparkly white Christmas berry pick. I found this Christmas spray winter berry pick at Hobby Lobby for a few dollars, and just fanned out all of the individual berry branches on here, fanned them out kind of like a snowflake, and then added a white gift wrapping bow right in the center. So now these look like large wrapped presents on the wall, while also giving the illusion of large snowflakes on a backdrop of winter pine and Christmas trees. I added some extra twinkly lights into these two flock trees as well. And since I didn't have one quite as tall as I wanted for the corner here, because we decided to actually bring our tallest flock tree over to decorate at my daughter's workplace, I wanted to figure out a way to make use of these two that I still had. And one is 6 feet and one is 4 feet, I believe. But our entryway is extra tall, and so I wanted something a little bit taller for this space. And so I decided to use a basket underneath as a riser to add a little extra height to this tree, and then covered all the bases of these trees with a pack of faux snow that I picked up in Walmart. I skipped adding ribbon in these trees because ribbon felt like it would give too much of a decorated look, and I wanted them to have a little bit more of an authentic snowy forest winter wonderland look, just full of frosted berries and snow and glistening icy ornaments and baubles and snowflakes throughout the tree, and feel a little bit more like a snowy forest, less like a decorated Christmas tree. So we're going for a more authentic, natural sort of look or feel on here for our forest. Now we have our battery taper candles in the back over here, as well as this beautiful gold deer head candle holder, which, although I really like the look of it in this space, we honestly don't really need a third candle right here. I felt like a grouping of 3 mix and match candles was not the look I'm going for, even though the Bath & Body Works Vanilla Bean Noel is my favorite fragrance or candle at Christmas time, and even the name perfectly fits with our Christmas decor theme this year. I was so tempted to use it because, again, Vanilla Bean Noel could go so beautifully in our winter wonderland theme, with a North Pole Noel being my theme. I just felt like it was all tying in together for this beautiful, magical winter forest and our cozy Christmas cottage surrounded by a magical winter wonderland at the North Pole. So instead of putting another candle here, I'm opting to add a small bowl of some chocolate truffles or peppermint candies here. Nothing was quite the right size that I tried here, except for this particular coffee mug. It's actually a pumpkin shaped mug. Turn the handle to face the back, and now it just looks like a beautiful bowl with the gold trim, and I think it really ties in and kind of looks like it's meant to be here like this. So we're turning it into a candy bowl and adding some festive holiday sweets. I also found this really cute reindeer plush stuffed animal. This one is super cute. It was $59.99 in the at-home store, but honestly, the dogs are very curious and very interested in it. You can see Kimchi here. He's so excited about this reindeer, and I think he thinks this is his new friend. So I'm glad the dogs really like it, but also I kind of felt like it was taking up a lot of space just having a stuffed animal like on the floor in our entryway. And also I didn't want to spend $60 for it to turn into just an expensive dog toy. So anyway, I decided not to keep it here, decided to return it. And I don't think I have a place for it in our home, but if you do, it is super cute and makes a beautiful addition. For the front doors now, I'm removing the red berries that I added to last year's wreaths, removing those, and then instead we're going to add some white berries and frosted eucalyptus picks into our wreath to make it better fit with our more neutral snowy winter look that we have going on in the entryway this year.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo,
Now, lots of plants I've tried by the front door, and most plants don't seem to do well because one side gets a lot of sun and the other side really gets no sun. So it's quite tricky to find real plants that match, that can tolerate both having a lot of sun and also being in the shade. I love how this looks. This was super easy to make. These look so beautiful, so realistic. They get a little extra height with the riser on the planter, and here is how this turned out. I also came back and added some matching bows with ribbon. I had a little bit of ribbon left, and I decided to make them coordinate with the greenery and florals and ribbon that we put on the lantern lamppost. And so just added those bows to the front door along with a beautiful welcome mat that I picked up in the at-home store, which is the perfect width to actually complement our double door entryway. So I love that. Whenever I go with a smaller rug, it always feels a little bit offset when I line it up with the one door that we're actually opening, and it doesn't look balanced, and it kind of drives me crazy. So I'm excited to have a welcome mat here that just fits the space properly. Back inside now, we are adding some final touches to our entryway with these paper snowflake lanterns. These are so beautiful. I wanted to add them in the hallways around the house because they can actually be put, I think they have a timer on them, but they do have a remote control so that I can set them up and have them turn on almost like lanterns or lights in the hallways. Some of our hallways, actually any of our hallways, they don't have room to put any kind of like Christmas decor or tree or anything like that. They're much too narrow for that. But I was thinking that this would add a little magical touch and sparkle and light to add in spaces around your home that you want to bring a little bit of festive Christmas cheer and decor and lights to the dark winter nights. Add some extra light to your house without really taking up any floor or wall space by hanging these from the ceiling. So you could also hang them in a window. They would be beautiful like that as well. They come in a set of 5 and they're so easy to store because they just clip together with a magnet. So super easy. You just pop them open, they snap together, and then it's so easy to fold them up as well. They have the little battery lights that you can hang down inside with the remote control. These are really, really nice. And I just hung them in the ceiling with some clear push pins. But here is how our entryway space turned out. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm wishing you a very Merry Christmas, a beautiful and blessed holiday season and New Year, and I will see you soon in a new video. I still have a few more decorating bits to add, and then I will likely be doing a final recap with a holiday house tour or Christmas home tour. I still want to do a tablescape and also a coffee bar. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you soon in the next one.